Hi guys, how are you doing today? I am back again with my co-host.
Hi.
I am Kambawa
Hi,
Mama.
Mom.
How are you?
Niko poa.
Uko poa?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're still here.
I know.
Yes.
Hey, but not for much longer.
I know.
That's stress.
But maybe by the time they actually watch this episode, you'll already be
I'll
back
probably
in
be
school.
in school.
Yes. So we are back again with another interesting conversation. Today we talk about mental health, but from a teen's perspective.
Okay.
Yes. Cynthia, are you ready for our conversation?
Yeah.
But before we start our conversation, have you noticed that I'm matching my t-shirt with my hair?
Wow. Didn't notice. God.
Anyway, guys, can you see we are rocking our Mkurugenzi merchandise? These are our very good quality t-shirts. Mkamba amevaa ya white, mimi nimevaa yangu ya burgundy. All available at mkurugenzi.co.ke. Check the description box for more information. And hapo, nunulia beshte, mamako, babako,
Boyfriend.
Girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah. Feel free. Anyway, guys, Mkamba, you ready to get into our conversation?
Yes, let's talk.
Yeah. I thought in our many conversations on this channel, I feel like we've touched on this topic. Sindio, tumeguza tu.
Yeah.
But today I thought, let me, now that you're here on school holiday, let me chat with you, nione mahali uko when it comes to matters mental health.
Okay.
And my first question is, Mkamba, when you hear mental health, what comes to your mind?
Sanity.
Sanity.
Mental stability.
Mental stability.
Just safe peace of mind. I don't know.
Peace of
those
mind.
things.
So when you hear mental health, you think
of
stability,
sanity,
and
peace of mind. Mental ISO.
Yeah, but I like that. Actually, those are also part of the many definitions we have of mental health. But if I was to put it in very simple terms, I would say mental health is how we think, act, and feel. So mental health is how we think, how we feel, and how we act. Yes. And this affects like how we connect with people, that is how we relate with people. It affects how we make choices in life, and also how we cope with challenges. Like if you were to experience a challenge in life, how you cope with it depends on how your mental health is. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when you're in school and things get overwhelming, how do you cope?
We go to the counselor. We don't go to the counselor. No one usually goes to the counselor. I think as we solve our issues within ourselves. Like, we'll talk to each other about our issues. We don't feel the need to involve like an adult or something, because like, in school you can find someone who's my age but who talks like a person with 37 years of experience.
Really?
Yeah. So we feel, people my age, we feel more comfortable talking to people like rika yetu. So
Mkamba, when you're in school and things get a bit overwhelming, how do you take care of your mental health then?
Like, what do I do to keep sane in school?
Yes.
Well, most of my insanity is caused by academics, so I think I will do something to distract myself.
Okay.
Like something that is not schoolwork related. So maybe like my friends and I will go on a walk, or we'll listen to music in the auditorium, or
those are very nice things, by the way.
Groups. We just talk like kamkunjiz. Okay, we don't dakua. We just invite each other on things that are happening.
Well, I like the choice of words.
We just enlighten. We just let each other know. We keep each other updated. So I guess it's a good distraction. I think that's what I do to take myself out of there.
I like that. I like the music thing. I like going for walks. I like having conversation with your peers in school. I like that. Those are all very nice things to do when you're feeling overwhelmed in school. And also those are very good things to do because they're good for your health. Not just sometimes when people are feeling stressed, they tend to take the other direction. Unafanya kitu ambayo it's not good for your health. Yes, exactly. Yes, very good, Mukamba. But I'm also curious because now you've mentioned that you talk to your peers. I'm wondering, how do you know? No, like how do you know when your friend is giving you good advice versus bad advice? Like how do you know?
I guess it kind of depends on your ability to tell right from wrong. I feel like as soon as you have that mastered, knowing whether your friend is misleading or leading you in the right path is not a problem.
I like that. I think that's a very good answer. Hey! That's a very good answer. And I know you've mentioned that you talk to each other and you talk among each other, but I'm curious to find out if you feel that when you're in school and you're together with your friends, if people are open enough to talk about things like anxiety, things like stress, things like generally feeling low. Like I don't know if those are conversations that you and your friends are open to have with each other.
Okay, me and my friends, personally, me as a sema as we don't have filters. Like we'll say things as they are, and we'll use the most accurate word in the dictionary to describe how we feel. So like akuna ku beat around the bush. Yeah, so we feel very open. Yeah, so like if you feel like there's something tunapitia that isiezi nyamazia, like literally that conversation can happen anywhere, anytime, at any given place. So I feel like connection to Konayo, and the connection is so strong in that like we feel open enough to
have conversations with each other without beating around the bush.
Exactly.
So if there's something that you're struggling with, you're free and open with your friend, and you will say exactly as it is.
With is the person you're talking to.
Oh,
that's how really it is between us.
I like that.
Yeah, like actually, like I'll be so real. I've had a friend come up to me like, "Pumba, we ni mtu mpoa, lakini hapa hapana." And like I appreciate that genuinely, because like I would want my friends to be telling me things like that.
Yes.
And vice versa, even me, I've been telling them when I feel like, hey, hapa
hapana kidogo tuna need kurekebisha. Do you know what? I think that is definitely one of those things that I truly admire about your generation.
Hatuna filter.
Nyinyi hamnanga filter.
Never to filter.
Nyinyi hamnanga filter. Yeah, and I honestly feel as long as you're intelligent enough to know when to say something and when not to say something, bila kuogopa kusema, I feel like that's a very good quality to have.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a very good thing, because if I am being very honest, our generation, sisi vile tulilelewa na nini tukua tumezoea, if you have any opinion about anything, you keep it to yourself, because having a conversation, even with it could be with your parent. Of course your parent, you are never allowed to hear.
You're
the madarao, my friend. You have anything, if your parents say something and you have a contrary opinion, you keep it to yourself. But I love that with your generation, you're open enough to have these conversations. I love that even when you need to tell me something that you're not happy with, that I have done, you're free to do that. And the same, like, and the fact that I also feel like, of course, mi ni mzazi wako, kama kuna kitu nafaa nikwambie nitakwambia, but I like that it's a two-way, it's a two-way conversation and relationship. I like that. I like that very much. So, if this one, I want you to be a bit specific.
Okay.
So, one of your friends comes up to you and says, and tells you they're struggling with your mental health because of one thing or the other. What do you say to them?
What would I say to them?
Yes. What would you say to them? Or how do you think you will help in that situation?
If it's my friend. Okay. So one thing about my friends, they range in diversity. So the way you would tell this person to handle their things is not the way you would tell this other one to handle their things.
Okay.
So I feel like it also depends on which friend specifically I'm talking about. But if it's, let me say, an acquaintance, like someone I'll talk to, but see at the when you ride or die.
You're not exactly very close.
Exactly. I would tell them to first of all, I would ask them if they have like a stable support system, like if everything is okay at home, because I feel like most of those issues zita originate nyumbani and then
they come to school or something.
If that's the case, I would ask them if there's anyone else they would feel comfortable talking to, if there's anyone else they usually talk to about these things. If there is, I would ask them to maybe give them a call, or I take them to someone like maybe the dean who would help them with like
the counselor,
or the counselor. But me,
So what if it's somebody who's close to you? Yeah,
I'll tell them what they need to hear. Like, I mean, okay, Miss is a feature too.
Because you know there's a difference, Mukamba, between what someone needs to hear and what you need to actually tell them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like if they're coming to me, it's because they know what I'm going to tell them is something they need to hear.
Okay.
So, it depends on the situation, first of all. It's very hard to give a specific answer because everything depends on something.
The person that you're talking to and the conversation.
Yeah.
The weight of the matter.
Exactly.
And sawa, yeah. But I like how I like the answers that you've given so far. Yeah, and I like the fact that you're a very intelligent girl, Mukamba. I am so proud of you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because let me tell you, the fact that you know at your age that you have friends, but every friend is different from the other.
Yeah.
And that the way you have conversation with this one is not the same way you have a conversation with this one. And the fact that you know that the needs of each of your friend could be different is something that is not kawaida. It's not kawaida to many people. It's not even kawaida to most of us who are adults. Yeah, because no. Sikulambi Mkamba. Because you see, friendship is a very interesting dynamic. Yeah, and I will tell you this from based on the fact that I am old. Niko na tumiaka. So I've experienced almost all kinds of friendships, and it took me a long time to actually understand that fact.
Everyone is different.
That everyone is different. And the way I treat this particular friend of mine is not the way I treat this other friend of mine. Yeah. So that's why I'm telling you, you're very intelligent girl. The fact that you know now, you know that at your age. That's a very wise thing to know and to say. Yeah. But I like that. I like the fact that you talk among each other. Yeah, but I think the bottom line for those conversations would be you need to also be very wise.
You don't hear it?
Oh, see, Muinalia. Yeah, so I when I say you're a very intelligent girl, I mean it, Mkamba. Yeah, because the fact that you know different friends require different, you handle your
management.
Yes, lack of a better word. That is something very wise.
Yeah,
you're using your ubongo nicely. Yeah, and imagine, Mumbus, I want us to wrap this conversation. Yes, I wanted it to be very short and sweet. Okay. Yeah, short and sweet. So as we wind up our conversation, Kamba, what do you wish adults like us would understand about people your age, like teenagers, and mental health? Yes.
So what I wish adults would
understand about
us and our mental health.
Yes.
I feel like the only way they can actually understand what they're meant to understand is by having a very open mind space. Like, they shouldn't react on what what us we're doing and how us we are reacting with the mentality that them walilelewa nayo.
Okay.
Huwezi sema kitu juu unaongelesha huyu.
Yes.
Ama okay, you think contrary to them, but where's lazima useme. I feel like they shouldn't expect us to be like that because that is not what we are, and that's a fact. And I don't think that's changing. The question is what they should understand about us.
Yes.
We are very real with what we feel and what we say. And we will tutaionyesha hivyo.
Foti anacheka pale. Foti can relate.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Na tuna filter. That's one thing.
Foti, you know Foti has a teenage daughter.
Your age?
Yes.
My age, 15.
Actually, he's 17.
17.
Hey.
Studying 17.
He.
Studying 17.
Yes. Yeah. So that's why he's reacting like that, because he understands.
Ina make sense, no?
Yeah.
See, like us, we don't have a filter. And the only way you'll be able to understand that is if you step out of that mindset ulilelewa nayo. Because it won't apply anywhere else, sasa, because after CC, it's only going to get like more like this.
Okay. So this is how I'm understanding it. Now tell me, because I'm now here representing this adult that you're talking about. So on the first point that you mentioned is asking us to be a bit more open-minded. Whenever we're having conversations with you, or whenever you're trying to express something that you're feeling. I like that, because sometimes because also out of experience, I would say it's because of how we were brought up, and also sometimes out of experience, because we've been where you are now, so we know, or we might have an understanding. Because also your generation, our generation, the times that we are in, very different.
So different.
Yes. Yeah. But also sometimes I feel like sometimes we might want to give advice or express an opinion about something that you're talking to us about because of those two things. It's because of how we were brought up, which sometimes I feel it's unfair for us to apply because you're from a different generation. So that one I do agree. But to some extent, I also feel like the opinions that we give is because of the fact that we've also been through that phase.
Okay.
So, najua unataka you want me to understand that, Mom, we are different. But we are different, yes. But when it comes to the different stages of life and the different phases of life, imagine to go same. Jupia mimi, I was a teenager. So sometimes I will tell you something because of something that I experienced during your time. And I'm telling you to help you avoid taking the same path. Ama going through the same
thing,
problem that I did go through. So from that perspective, I feel like the being open-minded has to be a two-way thing. Yes.
Okay.
So as much as you expect me to be open-minded about kila kitu yenye unaniambia, you also need to be open-minded about the things that I'm telling you, because I have experience, and with experience comes a bit of wisdom. Kamba.
True.
Yeah. So si ati kila time tukiwaambia, when we're advising you, or you're telling us something and then we say no, hapana, si ati hatuelewi. Sometimes we truly get you, but it's because hii kitu yenye unafanya saizi inaweza kuletea noma huko mbele. So mimi nakwambia ndio usiingie kwa hiyo noma. So being open minded has to
be a two-way thing.
Yes, it has to be a two-way thing.
That's fair. That's valid.
Yeah. Also on the second point, when you were saying that the second point was about, I honestly admire that, as I said. It's good to truly speak.
Express yourself.
And say when you have an opinion about something. But, capital B-U-T. The problem I have sometimes with your generation is that as much as as Sisi, we think, guy, hata even expressing an opinion to your mother or to an adult or to your dad is being rude. I feel like sometimes with your generation, the fact that you don't have a filter, sometimes there's a very thin line between expressing an opinion, having something to say, and being rude.
That's also what I mentioned.
And disrespectful. Yes. Yeah. So I feel like it's also very important for your generation to understand that. Yeah. Yeah. And a simple way, like a simple kanini na ambianga mtu. That thing that you're about to say it to yourself first.
Won't react.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, remember, your mother is still a girl. Pale katikati indani ya roho, she's still a young girl.
Nasa react kama a young girl.
Sometimes, yeah. So sometimes at the end of the day, as much as I'm an adult na nini, some you might say something that might be offensive, disrespectful, rude. So I feel as much as your generation haina filter, and as much as me personally, as Mama Mumbus, let me speak for myself, as Mama Mumbus, I do encourage you to say things as they are. I feel it's your responsibility as a teenager to know how to package whatever it is that you're trying to say. So say it, but make sure.
But it's the way we say it.
Yeah, but you need to apply to both. It needs to be the words coming out. It needs to be how you say it. Yes, yes. Because disrespect, rudeness, being offensive is not acceptable. You and I, we cannot tolerate. As your parents, as adults. Yes. Like that one is not acceptable. And this one, because sometimes I feel like the definition of an adult when it comes to a conversation with people your age, people assume it's to their parents and to their parents or to their family members. No. Like anytime you're having a conversation with somebody who's older than you, you need to be mindful
of what you're saying.
Of what you're saying and how you're saying it. Yes. Yeah. Usianze kusema si ni Gen Z atunanga filter.
We nani?
That is not acceptable. Yeah, we encourage you to speak up, but you have to be mindful of the words coming out of your mouth and how you're saying them. Sindio?
Okay.
Do we agree? Yes. Can we shake hands on that one?
Hii ni kusheki.
Kwani mtu anashake?
Umefanya?
Yeah, and imagine that was it, Mkamba. Do you feel like you have something you want to tell me? Or you want to ask me?
No. Are you sane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
then
I am.
I'm good.
Yes, I am. I'm in a good place mentally.
Yeah,
my mental health is good. Yeah.
Ni venye tu nafikiria vile narudi shule nasikia kuna venye.
Imagine Mkamba, let me tell you something. You're in Form 2. Unaenda second term. Mkamba, in a very short 2 years. Imagine utakuwa unamaliza Form 4. And guess what happens after Form 4?
Unaenda uni.
But from uni you're no longer a child mwenye ako chini ya. Unajua, like in uni now you get a bit of freedom.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is this season, hii period ni kidogo sana, imagine. Itaisha tu saizi. Then you're in uni and kidogo wewe ndio utakuwa na miss mamako. Maka unakuja kunitafuta nyumbani.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and that's it. Imagine for our conversation today. I like that. And you're a very intelligent girl.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That was it for today's conversation. Short and sweet. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. Yeah. Alafu tell us if there are any other topics you'd like us to talk about. Yeah. Vitu zinahusu tu teenagers. Sindio?
Nilisahau kuna hii kamera. Ilikuwa nakaa vibaya. Niko sawa.
Hiyo ni wide.
Wide inaona tu hairline combo.
No, your hairline is okay. Okay, thank you guys. Until next time. Bye. Bye. Cheers to drinking water and being healthy. Guy, mwika.
Mambo na una grip.
No.
Hauna balance wewe.
Sasa kwani unaniekea maji? Drink water, be healthy.
Una nyoks. Unitaki sasa juu nakuweka maji ndo. You hate me now. That's how it is. Oh, be like that. Daddy,
I love you forever. Hiya.